Hello and welcome to another live broadcast of Number Station. Number Station seeks out shortwave and amateur radio oddities in the vast, huge sea of kilohertz. Whilst there's no plan for this evening, I thought it'd be good just to do the rounds, search those web SDRs and see what we can find together. But first, on last week's episode, I touched upon designing a game based around this hobby of shortwave listening and amateur radio. And there is an update video available on YouTube, Radio Rambles number 7. I have a playlist of amateur radio videos that I make called Radio Rambles, and the game is number 7. It's nowhere near complete, but it is playable. It is in a playable state, and it's designed to be played solo with dice and a pen and a calculator. All will become clear once you take a look at the video, so why not seek it out later, give it a view, and maybe drop me a line as to ways to improve or things to add and include in the game to make it more interesting and more challenging. So yeah, check it out later. So this evening we're going to trawl the bands once again, just to see what we can find. We'll also hunt out, or try to hunt out, a number station, and we've previously used this site, priom.org, in order to obtain the schedules of these mysterious number stations. At the minute, we'll have about a 22-minute wait, as we can see here. Fortunately for us, these number stations work on a schedule, so they're very predictable. And clicking on the link here will take you to a web SDR that will hopefully allow you to listen to them. Most of the time, you can hear them and listen to them via this site. Sometimes we're not so lucky, but we'll see what happens in 21 minutes time. In the meantime, we'll use our old faithful web SDRs that we've used every week to hunt out those shortwave oddities. The ones I use are these ones here, and you can find them really easy. You can do this yourself by googling Jodrell web SDR, and it'll take you to this site, a site that details a personal collection of web SDRs, and I find these are the most reliable. There are others, there are many others that you can use and tap into, but I find these to be the most reliable. So while we wait until the next station schedule comes around in 20 minutes, let's take a tour of the bands and see what we can hear this evening.
GMRT website at gmroundtable.org.uk.
Name is Ian out of Oakville, Ontario.
Lance VA7SL. I'm giving you a topic, a mandatory topic. I want you to ask people, amateur operators today, how the storm affected them, or did they see the aurora? There you go. There's a topic for you. VA7SL.
Okay, I'll take that. I should have thought of that while you were speaking about it. Okay, so I have Victor Alpha 3 IPC, and you are in it. I take it in and out, and I have a VE4NQ. Give me your name.
November, Quebec. The name is Wayne in Gunton, Manitoba, and quick answer in and out. But yeah, didn't get a chance to get out and see if there's any auroras, but I hear the HF bands are more or less wiped out. Back to you. Have a great night.
Okay, so that was VE4NQ. Thank you very much. Thank you for the report. Yeah, I should be doing the same thing. I didn't get out to see it, but I did notice that the bands were like dead. Okay, any other mobile or short timers just want to check into the net? Go ahead now.
Victor Echo 7 Echo India Alpha. Victor Echo 7 Echo India Alpha. The name is Ron. Victor Echo 6 Sierra Charlie. The name is John.
Okay, so
6 Bravo Lima, KI6BL, Tom.
And Victor Echo 7 November Zulu. Adrian, I'd like to answer the question. I've got to run, unfortunately, but I would like to make a comment on the Aurora stuff. V7 ends it.
Okay, everybody just hold on. I'm going to let NZ in, but I have V7 EIA Ron. I have a 6 SV KI6. I'm going to let V7NZ go ahead, Adrian, and I'll go back to the other ones.
Oh boy, okay. I didn't expect special treatment. That makes me feel like one of these American Express front of the line or something. Let's hear the net. I'm sorry I got to ground with the whole thing today since the beginning, but I wanted to, I have to say, I work in the space weather business, as people know, some people know, in GPS navigation and such, and part of that involves working with NOAA, and they sent me an alert just before the storm hit and said, you know, please make sure you're monitoring every which way you can from HF to GPS, because it's going to be really interesting. And I'm looking forward to next week's work briefing on this, because they kept registering that they were off the trail and their geofence, so they say, you know, you can't drive off this often, so they had to stop sending people out for golf. Real first world problem, but it was kind of funny. I'd never seen it. I looked on my phone at Apple Maps, and I could see the dot where I was supposed to be just moving around like I was being all over the place. It's quite fascinating. You know, HF, 5 years was seen, you know, in Fording like it. Even if it's been in the even whispered FT8 at the point, there was absolutely nothing. And then I signals from you very weak, and I think they were probably sporadic on 20 meters, but everything else was completely wiped out. It was like you'd unplugged your antenna. So I know for new hams, I have to say, this is a big event. This is probably the biggest one I've ever witnessed. So really cool, and lots of aurora. Went out at 11 p.m. Saw lots in the sky. Took lots of photos. It was really cool here in Vancouver. There you go. Sorry, I hijacked the net a little bit, but you have to get my comments in. 7-3, V7NZ.
Adrian, okay. Well, you said you were leaving real quick and you wanted to say something, so I let you. Not a problem. So I think the next one I have is Victor Echo 7 Echo India Alpha. Ron, was that correct? I think I already got you. You were in and out.
Yes, good morning from BC. And yes, I'm in and out this morning. Just read the comments from Adrian this morning, and we did catch a little bit of the light show here as well up in this area. But other than that, everybody have an awesome day. Thank you.
Okay, then I had, thank you very much, sir. I had a VE6SCL. Sterling, is that correct? You were in and out?
Yes, that is correct. I am in Sterling. This is the first time checking in on the stat using Echo Link, so I hope it's
You're listening to Number Station, where we cast an ambient net into the sea of kilohertz. When I said these were reliable web SDRs, I obviously jinxed it. We have one that currently isn't working. So let's search for another one. Another one, web SDR, that I like to use is one called Hack Green. A Hack Green web SDR, which is actually located in an underground bunker. And I don't find this one terribly reliable. I know they have a lot of problems with the way they stream the audio through the browser. But let's give it a go. As you can see, it's a very, very similar setup. Very similar setup. And I'm not hearing very much. Let's try.
Something on the air quality index, and it's just wreaking havoc in Alberta's red skies again, with the sun being nothing but a red blob in the daytime there behind Almoke. So it's a dangerous situation in Edmonton, Alberta right now. V60Z.
Okay, Gary, well, thank you very much for that quick report. Hopefully that doesn't last too long and things get cleared up. Okay, I have...
Potential HF band enhancements just as plasma cloud hits. Sorry about that, I was just looking for any lightning, which it doesn't have. You see, the 9th was the highest we have had in this cycle, but don't carry it away, as it forecasted is fast decline. So opening late. Next.
I don't know if you were calling me, the digital caller, but your audio was quite distorted. Anyway, it's G4B73/Echo Alpha 5. Just listening. No copy on that one, you're totally distorted. Over.
Okay, VA3NW, thank you very much. And that would have been John. Okay, VD4 PBB, is that correct? Sorry sorry about that. It was Victor Echo 4, Romeo Bravo Bravo. Romeo Bravo Bravo. Are you still there?
Yes, that is me. Quick,
Okay, confirm the call sign. Thank you very much, sir. That would have been Robert. Okay, any other stations in and out that short timers? Go ahead now. This is VA3LP for the Trans-Canada Net.
Just have to check things out, really. Not to worry. I think it might be because I've got the amplifier in series with the antenna, and that's a 2-meter thing. Although it's switched off, it does affect the SWR on the antenna. So I'll remove that later out of the circuit, if you like, because it's in series with the antenna. But it does give me a high SWR. So that's probably what the issue is. But yeah, just wondering why I can't. That's about all I can do. But yeah, so you're getting out there on the base station. We just need to get your handy sorted, or get to the bottom of what the issue is. Back to you.
Yeah, I agree, John. But you're blowing my windows out here on BY, so no difference to your normal output, to be honest with you, from this side. But yeah, we do need to get to the bottom of it, and I'll keep playing with the handy. Certainly have a go later on tonight if you're around, John. Maybe we can catch up then.
Yeah, we can do that later. Yes, so just having a beer, and we've just been out today for just had a ride up to Morecambe and a big. And John did a bit of a walk up a hill, which is I was more than pleased with. So it's all right. It's been a good day, really. Yes, I'll catch up with you later. I had a listen on 20 meters this morning, and there was almost nothing really. So I don't know. What's the prediction when that comes back? You know, back to you.
Yeah, I did the same as you, John. I went on. I think it's another 24 hours.
You're listening to Number Station. Unfortunately, the bands are working against us tonight, and I still can't get that web SDR up and running, which is a real shame. But we managed to find something to listen to in the sea of kilohertz this evening. Now we have 5 minutes till the next Number Station rolls round. So it's perfect to remind you that if you haven't already, why not subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube Live, because we go out on 2 channels on a Sunday evening, one of which is YouTube Live. And if you're watching this on that channel, then why not give the station a click on that subscribe button? It really does help the channel out. And while we wait for our Number Station, I can talk about and draw your attention to the Number Station website, where you will have the opportunity to mix your own ambient tracks with recordings from our archive. You can also just listen straight up from our archive by using the player at the top of the page. But it is more fun sometimes to mix your own. There's also the option to apply for a sticker or two. Listeners and stations that get featured in our broadcasts get sent a number station sticker. So why not be the envy of all your friends and follow the link below to claim your free sticker. For the remaining couple of minutes, let's head back in to the sea of kilohertz and continue listening.
Hope it was all readable anyway. Golf 0 Victor with the Tango.
Into the Trans-Canada Net. Please come now with your call sign and name in call sign in phonetics and name. This is VH3LP.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa. Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa.
Okay, I have Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa. Emil, please go ahead and give us a report on the how the geomagnetic storm affected you down there.
Yeah, very good. Well, months ago I got hooked on watching the Pico balloons, so I decided to start posting all the 140 Pico balloons that are floating around the Earth on my QRZ page. Let me tell you, it keeps me about 2 hours busy a day to post these, and yeah, we certainly lost a few during the storm, but it's only a matter of time before we know how many were actually lost. So if you're interested in the Pico balloons, check my QRZ page. I keep it up daily there. So back to net control, there was nothing seen outside. We had overcast, so we couldn't see it from the outside. But we've certainly seen it on the screen. One Echo Papa Portable, back to net control.
Well, thank you very much for that report, Emil. Yes, I dare say they probably lost a few, as Scott had mentioned about his. So it'd be interesting to look at your page to see which ones have been lost. Of course, some that were over open water might, over the oceans, might be a while before we figure out that they've been lost. But
Now these mysterious numbers stations take many forms, and if you want to fall down that rabbit hole, you can search on YouTube for various recordings of some of the famous ones, the more well-known ones, but also the lesser-known ones as well. Some of them are also accompanied by music. And it's these pieces of music that have been made famous through the number station, through these number stations too. And there are various documents and recordings of the music that number stations use. So, we've had a very interesting tour of the bands this evening. They have been working against us somewhat, and the web SDRs haven't been playing ball this evening. But we managed to find a few things out there. I would urge you to give it a go yourself. Hunt out the videos where I talk about how you use these web SDRs in more detail. And while you're there, seek out the solo game that I'm developing based around the hobby of amateur radio. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button that you're seeing there if you haven't already done so. And once you've taken a look at this solo amateur radio game that I'm currently making, be sure to drop me a line or leave a comment if you can think of any other suggestions or improvements that I could make to the game. Let's wrap it up there. I hope that it has been interesting. You win some, you lose some, but let's hope when we next cast our ambient net into that vast sea of kilohertz, we might discover some rare oddities next week. Take care, and thanks for listening.